Okay, I've hit record and I'm just gonna word vomit for a second. I probably should not make this video. There's a high likelihood that I delete this or that it never even gets posted in the first place. But today, the last couple days actually, I've just been feeling really off. I wanted to talk through my feelings and kind of sort them out and maybe offer some answers to people who have questions. It does not matter. No one cares about me. It's fine. I am just a little person on the internet who listens to music sometimes, but I have not been listening to a lot of music this year. And every time someone asks me, like, oh, when's the next Path Reacts video coming out? Love your videos. When's your next reaction coming out? I feel like I've disappointed a lot of people, and I have no one to blame but myself, dude. I have no one to blame but myself. I think I've explained this like a bajillion times at this point, but I am not someone who listens to a lot of music, which sounds crazy coming from someone who has a music listening channel, and also the communities that I was involved in beforehand were very music centered. I just find it really easy to connect with people through music, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way, but I don't feel like I listen to music in the same way that other people do. It's like a running joke at this point that I max 8,000 listening minutes on my Spotify Wrapped every year. This year I didn't even have a Wrapped because I canceled my Spotify subscription. I feel like I lose a little bit of credibility as a music reactor. Like, okay, then why are you listening to music on YouTube? Which, fair. Okay, it started as a passion project. I just wanted to start listening to more music, and I was getting recommendations from people in the comment section, and that was great, but that was also 3 years ago. I had a lot more motivation and energy because it was new to me. Having a community was new to me. Having people care about my opinions was new to me, but looking back on it, even as it was going on, I knew that people didn't actually care about my opinion, because if I liked an album that they liked, then people were happy. If I hated an album that people liked, then they were mad at me. So I just came to the conclusion that it doesn't really matter, and I only wanted to put out content that I enjoyed because it was like a guaranteed happy ending. But I'm very picky and I don't listen to a lot of music, so it just led to really infrequent uploads, which is fine. Like, it's not my job. It's just something that I wanted to do for fun, like whatever. But there's always that expectation, right? And the recommendations were really welcome at first. Then I quickly realized people don't understand my music taste because I'm only putting out stuff that I really enjoy, and they're only recommending stuff because that's stuff that they enjoy. So there's a bit of a disconnect because they don't know me, and that's fine. You should not know me. You actually should not. Sorry, I got a little off track. So I don't listen to a lot of music. I don't listen to music. I listen to a circle of music until I listen to it to death and I can't listen to it anymore, and then I search for the next thing. But that can take months, that can take years even. Before I started my channel, I was a huge Porter Robinson fan, and I listened to Worlds nonstop for the 8 years that it was out before Nurture came out. And I couldn't even get into Nurture because I was still too attached to Worlds. I saw this pattern also when I was listening to Tyler the Creator early on in the channel, and I loved Flower Boy. It took me 2 weeks before I could move on and listen to Igor fully. And then I listened to Call Me If You Get Lost, and I really didn't like it. But I think that is because I was so attached to these first two projects, right? And Call Me If You Get Lost is like its own thing. So I'm understanding this about myself, but it's very difficult for me to explain this to other people, or to get this across to other people who are so excited for me to listen to something and then feel sorely disappointed if I don't. Because there's a little bit of vulnerability and in this exchange. It's like, hey, I want you to listen to this album that I really like, and then I go, oh, I didn't like it, and then you go, oh, I don't like you, which I know it's like a bit exaggerated and you don't actually care. But when it's a bunch of people, when it's over 100,000 people, when it's over 200,000 people doing that to me, it can get really overwhelming, and it's hard not to take it as a personal hit. It's hard not to put a lot of stock into those thoughts. And for a while, I wanted to rebel a little bit in my own way, and instead of listening to music, I was just playing a lot of video games because I'm not a gamer. So like, the genesis of the Twitch account stems from the same idea of wanting to try something new. I wanted to listen to more music, so I started the music listening channel. I wanted to play more games, so I started the gaming channel or the Twitch streams, and I ended up finding a game that I really, really enjoy, which is Valorant. And now I'm having the same problem where it's hard for me to want to play other games because all I want to do is play Valorant all day. And I can feel the disappointment in other people when I like change my mind. Oh, actually, I don't want to play this new game. I want to play Valorant instead. And it just makes it not fun. It makes it not fun because I don't get to do what I want to do. And I know that it's like in the world of content creation, it's like you need to listen to the algorithm, you need to listen to your followers, but I'm just doing this for fun, so I want it to stay fun. And my idea of fun is doing the same damn thing every single day, listening to the same albums on repeat, playing the same game every day like a slot machine, like whatever. I don't know. So that's the base of it. And then the personal side of it is a little more trauma dumpy. So if you don't want to be here for that, feel free to jump out. If you're nosy, let me sit you down. Actually, can you hold my hand? I do get a lot of questions asking why I moved to France in the first place. I've been here for 5 years, maybe a little bit longer now. And the reason why I moved was because I closed a long distance relationship. In total, me and him had been together for about 7 years. And this year, 2025, I decided to propose because we were looking for a house together. We had talked about like marriage isn't super important to either of us, but I wanted a little bit of stability. I wanted a little bit of reassurance that moving into a house together would be a good idea, so I decided to take the next step and propose, which is where this tattoo comes from, by the way. It's I was really committed. I really wanted this to happen. I felt very comfortable with him, and unfortunately, things just didn't pan out the way that I'd hoped. It ended in like a fiery explosion, which is unexpected because of how we'd handled problems before, but I just took this really badly. I had like a level 7 crash out this summer. It was not fun. When I'm sad, generally, like I don't want to do anything. I don't play games. I don't listen to music. I'll make an exception. Sometimes I'll find a distraction, but like for the most part, like I don't want to dive into anything new. I just want to stick to things that I feel are comforting, and for me that meant revisiting old albums that I used to enjoy and just playing Valorant all day, every day. But this is obviously in direct contrast to what I'd been putting out on the internet, so since I wasn't listening to anything new, Path Reacts went on hiatus for 6 months, and since I wasn't in the mood to play anything, like a lot of my streams got changed last second to just me playing Valorant, or I would cancel stream. I tried really hard not to cancel even though I was not feeling up to it, because usually I found that I felt better afterward from having some sort of socialization through the chat, or like just talking and getting my mind off things, like completely avoiding. I don't think that I fully processed everything, and had like the worst OCD flare up of my life. Like I just accepted my like OCD traits. I never even had a thought that I might have OCD, because I thought they were just like, I thought I was just weird. I thought I just had like these little quirks. I thought this was just my personality. And after the breakup, it was just so hard to manage all of these thoughts that I just kept having. And I finally got an official diagnosis a couple months ago. Now I can treat it officially instead of just brushing it off, I guess. But it made things click for me too. It's like, oh, maybe I have these sticky thoughts. Maybe that's why I stick to these albums, and that's why I stick to this video game, and that's why I have a hard time moving on and have a hard time changing my mood. So yeah, the list of things that happened to me this year were a bit, to recap: engaged, proposed after 7 years. He started talking to someone else 2 months later. I had a horrible crash out. I was genuinely suicidal because I'm alone in a different country, and suddenly I had no plans for a future. And then I got diagnosed with OCD. So yeah, it's not been fun to manage. It's not been, like, I feel a lot of guilt for everything, for the way that I've responded to things this year, because I've made my world too small. It's hard for me to care about other people when I'm actually, and I don't know how to, I mean, I'm starting a new therapy. I'm starting OCD specific therapy in January, so hopefully I can make some progress on that. But like right now, I'm struggling a lot, and especially during the holiday season, it's like it's so glaringly obvious at this time. I'm not with my family. I'm not with any friends. I feel like a bad person because I'm struggling so much with things that I should not be struggling with, like things that feel so stupid and dumb in comparison to things that other people are dealing with. It's been hard for me to keep up with the news for similar reasons. Like I feel like I can't even do anything for myself. How could I possibly do anything for the world? And my work has struggled a lot. Like I feel like I waste so much time in the day because I just have to spend hours managing myself, and but I feel like I can't talk about it with anyone because it feels stupid. And that's only for me. Like, if someone else was talking to me about the problems, the same problems, I would not tell them that it was stupid. I would feel for them and I would want the best for them, of course, but for some reason, because it's me, and I don't even think I'm doing a good job at explaining like how I'm feeling, but I haven't had therapy in 2 weeks, so I really needed to just ramble. My whole world has been put on pause. I really don't know what the future is going to look like. I don't know. I feel like it's so pointless to even bring up in a video or to talk about it. I don't have any answers for myself even. And now that I've said everything out loud, it just still sounds so dumb. Like, it's my problems feel so stupid, and consequentially, like, the stuff that I do for fun feels dumb too. Like, listening to music, like, no one cares about my opinion. No one cares about the games that I'm playing or how I choose to play them or whatever. Like, I feel like I'm slowly disappearing. And to other people, maybe I am, because I've just shrunk myself. So I've lost a lot of motivation to even work on things that I felt like were important just a year ago. So I'm sorry. I wish I could be a better example and just like power through it. And I'm not necessarily like hopeless. I know that I can build my own future. I know that I could build my future with someone else if I wanted to. Anyway, so that's the TLDR. I'll probably just listen through this back and then realize that everything I said was stupid and then I won't upload it. But thanks for hearing me out anyway.